What has been your area of focus when you're working at this organization?
Yeah, so I'm focused on factory farming,
Okay.
and for those who are new to it, I guess
Yeah.
this is the system that produces much of the meat we eat, and I think in recent years there have been increasing people across the political aisle saying there is something wrong with the system. We need to do something about it, and I think that's where the philanthropy can come in.
Now, you say across the political aisle. That's actually kind of one of the topics I was interested in discussing with you and why I wanted to have you on, because I think it's an interesting political dynamic. Most people may think about animal rights activism as a traditionally left wing or liberal issue. But you've made reference in our conversations over the years as well to this actually being more of an issue of bipartisan concern than people might appreciate. Tell me more about what you think is as the conservative case for animal welfare and concern about animal rights and where you think that comes from.
Yeah, I mean, conservatives have always opposed animal cruelty. You see these people saying, "Oh, only liberals care about animal cruelty." That's crazy. We've had animal cruelty laws almost since the founding. These were uncontroversial laws to ban the worst forms of cruelty to all animals. In recent times, the strongest federal law we have, the Humane Slaughter Act,
When was the old ones? I'm actually not familiar with this.
1820s, 1820s. So
Okay.
you've got laws in the early states back in the 1820s. You've got these laws existing for hundreds of years. And the crazy thing that's happened in modern times is factory farming lobby came along and created exemptions under these laws. They said, we know we're violating the animal cruelty laws, but we're going to create some exemptions to allow us to do it. But
Interesting.
on your point of conservative support, I mean, the strongest federal law we have, the Humane Slaughter Act, was signed into law by President Eisenhower. It was upgraded in a push spearheaded by Senator Bob Dole. More recently, Tucker Carlson has said that he dislikes the way factory farms treat animals. Joe Rogan has talked about this a whole lot on his podcast. You've got people other parts of the aisle. Robert Kennedy Jr. He started a group to sue factory farms. I mean that's how he got started. Um, when we had a ballot measure in Arizona years ago to ban one of the worst practices, gestation crates, the chief cheerleader for that ballot measure was Sheriff Joe Arpaio. So this is not an issue.
Oh, really? I wasn't aware of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sheriff Joe ran ads, and he said, I eat bacon, I eat this meat, but I don't want the animals to be tortured. I don't think they need to be tortured in the process. So this is easily caricatured as a left-right issue, but there are plenty of Democrats who have been terrible on this issue, like Secretary of Agriculture Tom Vilsack, and there are plenty of Republicans who've been really stellar on this issue and have been absolute leaders.